Hi, it's Tony with lidl.doodle. We had an amazing summer storm today. This is just right off my back porch. And it got me thinking about Stormy Inks and that I do not give my gray inks enough love. And I don't even think I've ever done a swatching other than just recording them. So I pulled out 8 different colors that I feel are stormy. So let's get started. The first one is Diamine Tundra. It is a gray, it looks like there might be some blue hints in there. Oh, and I'm swatching with my Speedball today just to mix it up. And then I will do the handwriting sample with my steel Kakimori nib, and this is my River City nib holder. All right, let's take a look. And I actually did draw out little markers today. Okay, this feels kind of like a pretty dry ink. Looks like a little bit of green undertones even. This is a standard ink. It looks like it might have a little bit of shading to it once it dries. And as I'm looking at all of the inks I picked, a lot of them are Diamine, and 4 of them are from the Inkment calendars. So this one is Earl Grey, and it's just a really, I think, classic gray. I feel like it's a go-to. I've heard a lot of people reference this for a good gray ink. I can't remember what the reason was for us buying a whole bottle, because gray isn't generally a color that I would want to have a whole bottle of, unless it had like fun shimmer or something, which a couple of the ones that I'm going to show you do. I put that on a little bit heavy, so we'll see how it dries up. I think this page will just look fun just to have in my ink journal with all the different variations of stormy colors. It was a wild one today. We lost power, everything. It was just bananas. And it just dumped. All right, we are moving on to Diamine Ghost. And this is a standard ink, but I do think this has some shading in it. And I feel like this might have kind of a purpley tone to it. We'll see. I thought this one had, what did I say? I thought it had a blue undertone, but it doesn't. It has more of a green. So this is kind of a bluish gray. I feel like this is what the sky looked like for a good portion of the day today, but a lot darker. It's like that dark pool. That's kind of drying light in those areas where I didn't put a lot of ink down. So that's interesting. Not seeing any purple yet, so I might just be wrong on that. Sometimes when I do the little swatches and put them on stickers on the top of my bottles, I mean, these are just crummy little label stickers, so the ink kind of does a weird thing, and it makes the color look a lot different than what it actually looks like. Yes, I got those flipped. Oh well. Okay, the next color I want to show you is Marley. Again, another, I promise I've got a couple that are not Inkvent. In fact, I think this and one more Inkvent, and then the rest are other brands. So we'll take a look at some other brands too. And I'm not going to guess or think, oh, this has such undertones before I get it down, because I've been wrong every time that I've thought I remembered. So this one is showing purple right away. Oh, that's pretty. All right, the last Diamine ink is Chilly Nights, and it is a Starbright ink. And if I remember correctly, and if you know and can correct me in the comments, that's fine. I feel like Starbright was like 2 different kinds of shimmers, or ultra shimmer, or something along those lines. I remember when we were opening the ink bank calendar and I got this one, I looked it up and I knew the answer for a few minutes, but it did not stick in my brain, so I really don't remember now. That's super pretty. I don't know, maybe this isn't so much stormy. Well, I guess I just kind of went with my gut. When I was looking at my cards, trying to pick colors, I was just not overthinking it, and I was like, what just gives me a stormy vibe? And Chilly Nights gave me that vibe. We are done with the Diamine ink then inks. Oh my gosh, I have one more Diamine ink, but it's worth it. I might save it for last because it is a favorite. All right. The next ink we have is a Sailor Mono Hinoki. And if you look here, you can see there why I would have picked that. It's like grayish blue. And these are chromo shading inks. And so what that means, in my very technical explanation, is when it dries, you'll see some variation in colors. So there'll be some like green in here, or maybe a little unexpected bit of shading that you didn't see either in the bottle or when you first put the ink down. Two more to go. I am really liking how that is drying. Huh, that's interesting. There's some brown to it, but it's like a very brownish gray. That's a really interesting ink. Got some purple coming through here. Well, we'll let it dry and then we'll take another peek. This is Wearing Gold. I Am a Cat, and it is got a deep gold, lots of shimmer. Now, gold doesn't really make me think stormy, but when I was just looking at the overall ink and the base, it felt a little stormy. Finally, the last stormy one, and this was a last minute ad. I just wanted to give this ink some love. Maybe it's a great stormy one, maybe it's like not so much, but this ink is one of my absolute favorites of all time. It is Diamine Dusted Truffle. This is a shimmer ink that has kind of some browns, some grays, and I have it in, well, actually don't have it inked up. I had to clean out this pen, but I'm going to show you this pen that I put it in, and you will understand, number one, why I love this ink, and number two, why I put it in this pen, because it's so perfect. But you can see, like, going down when it's pooling like this, it's got a lot of brown, and unless I am absolutely crazy, it dries a lot differently. But I've been using this ink for a long time because I just really like it. We are almost all the way dry, so let's take a closer look. So there is the Diamine Tundra that dried with some really cool shading here. And let me just point out, if you see, it almost looks like there's scratch marks in some of them. I remembered once I started doing this that my speedball nib kind of has something on it that is, I think, scratching the paper. So that's not part of the ink. Okay, here's that Earl Grey. That's just a really nice gray, and it does almost have a little bit of blue in it there. There's Ghost. I like that. I don't think I would put that in a pen. The writing sample is a little bit light, but it would be fun to paint with, or maybe use in a broad. There is Marley. It's coming through with some kind of purpley and dark blue, a little bit of dark blue shading up there. And there's that Chilly Nights that's quite flashy. The Sailor Mono Hinoki. So as it went down, it didn't have all of this variation, if you remember. So that's one of those properties of the chromo shading. The Wearingle I Am a Cat. And then we have my Diamine Dusted Truffle. Still a little bit wet, but you can look in the writing sample and see kind of the silver shimmer in the writing sample. I have, normally, it's not inked up today because I had to take the cartridge out, or take the converter out. This is my Diplomat Aero Flame. I love this color combination. I just think it's so pretty because there's so many colors in this flame, and it's just kind of wild. And that Dusted Truffle, it's just really a nice pairing. I really like it. So yeah, this, and if you have not experienced a Diplomat Aero, these are pretty fantastic pens. I mean, not to go off on a pen rant in an ink video, but this, my husband has one, my oldest daughter has one. Like, we love these Diplomats, and this Aero one is just, or the Flame one is, it's heavy and it's like forged in fire. Anyway, okay, that's enough. All right, so what do you think about our Stormy Ink page? I like just the aesthetic of the page. That's fun. I don't have anything like this in any of my ink journals, so I'm glad that my summer storm inspired me to look for Stormy Inks today. All right, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to tell me which one of these that you love, or if you have a Stormy Ink that is not on my list, I would love to hear about that in the comments. And I appreciate you watching, and I will see you in the next video.